Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Ishaaq Memon, and this is the brief Seerah of Prophet Muhammad series. Before I begin chapter 3, we will be doing a quick quiz on chapter 2. The rules of this quiz are that I will show the question, read the question, and you will have 5 seconds to answer the question before I eventually reveal it. Okay, let's jump into it. Question number 1. What were the names of Prophet Ibrahim wife and son? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The names of his wife and son were Hajar and Ismail. Okay, let's go to the next question. Where did Hajar run to look for water? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The hills of Safa and Marwa. Okay, but what was the name of the spring that Ismail had uncovered while kicking? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was Zamzam. Okay, fourth question. Who had rebuilt the Kaaba? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ibrahim and Ismail. Okay, this next question is a true and false. Arabs never stopped believing in one God. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. False. The Arabs did eventually stop believing in one God, sadly. So who was given the responsibility to guard the Kaaba though? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was it was Prophet Muhammad's grandfather, Abu Muttalib. Okay, now let's move on to chapter 3 itself. Here we go. Chapter 3. Haleema and Barakah. It used to be a tradition for young children to be raised in their early years by women in a village away from the city. The reason for this was that the villages were not as polluted and dirty as the cities, so the children enjoyed excellent health. Also, the Arabic spoken in the villages was of the best quality, clear and precise, so the children would learn to speak very well Arabic. When our Prophet Muhammad was very young, even while his mother was still alive, he spent a number of years living with a wet nurse named Haleema. Haleema also looked after another boy, whose name was Abdullah. One day, Muhammad and Abdullah were playing alone outside. Suddenly, two men dressed in white arrived. They took hold of Prophet Muhammad and laid him on the ground. Abdullah became scared and ran to get Haleema. When he told Haleema what was happening, she rushed to Prophet Muhammad. But by the time she got there, well, Muhammad was alone, looking pale and frightened. Haleema had asked him what had happened, and he had explained that two men had opened his chest and were looking for something inside of him, and when they found it, they threw it out. Well, the two men were in fact angels, which is why it did not hurt Muhammad when they opened his chest. They reached into his chest to clean his heart by removing any envy and weakness, and they replaced it with compassion and mercy. One of the angels was named Jibril, Jibrail, or Gabriel. Haleema did not know that the two men were angels, so she became worried about Muhammad's safety. She decided to take Muhammad back to his mother and told Amina what had occurred and expressed concern that something bad may have happened to Muhammad. But Amina was not worried because she knew her child was very special. Another very important woman in the life of Prophet Muhammad of young Muhammad was Barakah, and a slave girl employed by Amina. Later in life, she would be known as Ayman. Barakah was there when baby Muhammad SAW was born, and in fact, she was one of the first people to ever hold him. When Muhammad SAW returned to Amina from Haleema's care, Barakah was also there. She joined she joined mother and son on their journey to Yathrib. And after Amina passed away, Barakah became a mother figure for little Muhammad SAW, who was just 6 years old at the time. Muhammad SAW would call Barakah Ummi, meaning my mother. She cared for him as if he was her very own child, and throughout her life she had a very special bond with him, and he with her. Slaves who had come from Africa were mistreated by most, but Muhammad SAW was different. Barakah raised him, and he loved her and was kind to her and to all people, no matter where they were from or what their status. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Jazakumullahu khair for listening to me, and make sure to stick around for next week when we'll bring a new episode, inshallah. And also, please make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell and comment down below. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.